If you're like me and you use a lot of power banks and you found yourself frustrated going, I can't find the cable for this thing and I don't want to carry the power banks and the cables and, well, I can't plug in more than one device, maybe two devices into the power bank. Well, I might have a perfect solution for you today. It comes from a company called Charmast. This is the C10 all-in-one power bank. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and if you know me, you know that I use a lot of things that have batteries in them, a lot of things that need to be charged. I travel quite a bit, which also necessitates the need for things like little power banks, and that's what we're looking at today from a company called Charmast. This is currently on Kickstarter. The least expensive option on there is 43% off at $39.99. I'm sorry, that's only $39, so there we go. Now, they're not a new company. They've been around for quite some time. If you look on Amazon and look up Charmast, you're going to find a lot of products from them. But I see a lot of companies releasing things using Kickstarter these days, and I got to tell you, it's not a bad idea. That way they get a good read on whether people actually want it, and, well, they can fund their growth, so that's pretty cool. So this is the Charmast C10 power bank, and when I was trying to figure out how to say that word, I had to ask them. I thought, well, it's kind of like a charm, right? So maybe it's Charmast, but no, it's Charmast. They reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in this because of the propensity of electric stuff that's on my channel. And I said, yeah, sure. Now, what is this thing? Well, first off, it is a power bank. And if you've ever had to travel with these things, or I guess even just use them, you're often like, okay, where's that cable? Which one do I need? And all that kind of stuff. Not to mention, they usually only have one output on them. Now this, you can charge up to 4 devices at once. Let me go ahead and tell you the summary of the features on this. It's all-in-one charging, perfect for phones, earbuds, and smartwatches. Dual built-in cables, includes both Type-C and Lightning cables. And as you see right here, this is the Type-C, and this is the Lightning cable. And they're just already attached to the device itself, so that's pretty cool. Portable design, it's lightweight with a lanyard that doubles as a Type-C charging cable. So yeah, this is the lanyard. So say you were walking, you had your phone plugged into it. If it's an iPhone, you have your phone plugged into it with that. Right there, that's your Lightning. And you could just hold on to this while this is plugged into your phone, so that's pretty cool. But not only that, this is a MagSafe charger right here. Like I said, it charges 4 devices at once, simultaneous charging for multiple devices, and they have fun colors. They're cheerful macaroon shades. And Charmast, like I said, is not a small company. They're among the top 1% of best-selling brands on Amazon, so they do have some pedigree. Take a look at the back of this here. It says that the capacity on this is 10,000 milliamp hours, so that's pretty darn good. And it gives you all the voltages there for the Type-C cable and all that. Wireless charging output is 5 watts, 7.5 watts, 10, or 15 watts. And the iWatch wireless charging output is 2.5 watts. I'm going to guess because there's no way to switch between them, at least that I know of, so it must decide what the output is based on the device that you have plugged in there. Little button that's right there, that's how I turned on the display. And that's the other thing, is usually with these little power banks, you're not going to get a display. It's maybe like a 3 LED series or something like that. You're never really sure how much is left in it. And this actually does a little bit more. Let's go ahead and plug a couple devices into it. All right, so I've got an iPad here, and I'm going to go ahead and plug that in with the Lightning cable. It's an older iPad. All right. You can see that that is charging. And you can also see that on here, it's going to give you a little indicator saying that the charging is turned on. So you see that little green indicator right there. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this out. And I will plug that into this. And now that is also charging. Okay, so we can see this is still charging. And now this is charging. Of course, this is MagSafe on here, so let's go ahead and put an iPhone on there. Now I notice with that port, sometimes you have to actually push this button to turn it on. And there we go. So let's see. Still charging, and still charging. So that's 3 of them. If I had another USB-C device, what I could do, and by the way, MagSafe does work. It's not the strongest magnet. You can see it does drop off of there, so you probably want to hold your phone like that, but it'll at least lock it into the position that it needs to be in. But if I had another USB-C device, where is it? Oh, right here, you've got that little out right there, and that would be another place where you could plug in a USB-C. So as you can see, it's pretty versatile. It's all self-contained. Pop that over there, and it basically snaps in like that. And then this wraps around this side and just goes in like that, and you're set to go. It's not super heavy, but it does have a little bit of bulk to it. Just for convenience sake, something like this is great. I've got several power banks, and when I travel, especially if I'm flying, I've usually got 3 or 4 of them in my bag, so this is definitely going to go in there. And with 10,000 milliamp hours, that's quite a bit of battery. So maybe I'll be able to use this one mainly and not have to use my other ones. Also, you'll notice that this one right here says in or out, and that is how I've been charging it. But I think you might be able to just plug this one in to charge it. I'll have to check. So yeah, this thing is pretty nice. And I did do a test. I wanted to see if this USB-C, because you can plug it in right there to charge it, but you can also go, boop, plug that USB-C into a USB-C charging block, and it also charges that way. So that is it's nice that you have a couple of different options for that. And charging on it went between 11 and 12 watts, not too shabby. One thing I did show you with the graphic in there but didn't mention is that this does have high-speed charging. It's equipped with 20-watt wired fast charging and 15-watt wireless fast charging. So that means if you use this little MagSafe / wireless charger. And the 20-watt wired fast charging can charge an iPhone to 50% in 30 minutes. That is nice and fast, so it's nice to know this will do that. I also wanted to mention that you didn't see me open any kind of packaging or anything because it didn't come with any kind of packaging. It's just this plain white box that says Blue on the front of it, and no manual or anything is just wrapped in that. And that's because this is a pre-production unit. Like I said, it's currently on Kickstarter right now, so and when that campaign ends, I think in like 8 days, free shipping and everything else on that campaign, and then I guess they'll have it available on their Amazon store after that. All the details you'll need are on that Kickstarter campaign, and I'll put a link right down in the description for you. But this is not a half-baked product. As you can see, it is completed, and I can't say whether there'll be any changes. I'm sure you'll get a manual in the package and what the packaging will look like. Sometimes pre-production units will have slight changes before they're released. So if you get one, you're like, hey, this isn't exactly like yours, that would be why. So that is the C10 all-in-one power station from Charmast, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, there is a red subscribe button down there and a notification bell. If you click both of those, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. It's not inexpensive to run these channels, so if you'd like to toss a couple bucks my way, I'd appreciate it. There is a thanks button right down below this video if you want to do that. Either way, just the fact that you're here watching this video and supporting this channel, it means the world to me, so I really do appreciate you. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.